Hello and welcome back to the History and Philosophy of Science in 6 Easy Steps 2015 edition. And this year we're going to be using Google Classroom to run the class. I think it's going to be better suited for our purposes than Moodle in this case. And it's really easy to use. What you do is just go to google.com and click Sign In. Now you want to sign in with your school Gmail account. Alright, and that's going to be your eosmith.org account. And I'm just using a test account here for mine. So you sign in with your school email account, and if you're not sure what that might be, what the username and stuff is for that, just let me know. Just email me, and I'll help you out with that. So now I'm going to go up to my little apps icon here and see if I've got a classroom app. And it looks like I don't on here, but I'm just going to go up in my address bar and I'm going to type in classroom.google.com. And there it goes. It shows the history and philosophy of science because all of you have already been invited to the course, so you're all set. And then you can just click join here. And here's the course. Now, what you want to do first probably is click on About, because this is where it describes the course, and I've got a bunch of resources here. It talks about the 6 units of the course and what we're going to be studying and the basic approach that we're going to be taking. You're definitely going to want to read the course outline here. It talks about how the grading works and how the course works in general. And there's a whole bunch of resources that you can come back to again and again. I do want to point out a couple things. So let me open up the outline here and just scroll down. The way this course works is there's a basic cycle or workflow to the course. You're going to start by doing some readings and maybe watching some videos. You'll watch an intro video that I'll make and maybe some movies, do some readings. Then you're going to write about it. Generally it's going to be a 5-paragraph essay. Sometimes we're going to do other things like make a graph in assignment 1 or maybe make an infographic. Then you're going to reflect on it. You're going to assess yourself with the rubric that I will use to score you and write in some comments about how you thought you did on the various criteria. And then finally, we're all going to chat about the assignment on Twitter using the hashtag THAPOS-6. And there's another video that I made about how to take part in a Twitter chat that you can take a look at. There are no zeros in this course. All assignments must be completed with a score of at least 60%, and you'll always have the opportunity to redo an assignment. So let's take a look at the workflow from the perspective of Google Classroom. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on Stream. And here you'll see assignments and announcements. Any announcements that I'll make will show up here on your stream. I put some of the course resources up here as an announcement. Assignment 0 is to start reading Kuhn's Structure of Scientific Revolutions. And you might want to take a look at this video first. In this video I give you kind of an overview and some tips on reading a difficult text like Revolutions. Assignment number 1 on Giant Shoulders, Part 1, the graph. Let's just take a look at how the assignment will work. I'm going to go up here and click Open, and now I'm in the assignment, and I can view the instructions for the assignment, and then I want to click on Your Work here. You'll see there's a couple things going on here. For one, I've got the rubric here, and now if I click on this, this is your copy of the rubric for this assignment. This is where you're going to put in your score when you assess yourself. And all you have to do when you get to that point is once you've completed the graph, open up the rubric just like I did, put in a score for yourself, put in some comments as to why you gave yourself that score, and then just make sure it says saved up here, which it will. It saves automatically every few seconds, and then you're done. I will be able to have access to this document that you have edited, and then I'm actually going to go on to the same document and give my ratings and comments afterward. But of course, before you score yourself on the rubric, you're going to create your assignment. So I'll click Create here. Now in this case I'm making a graph, so I'm going to open a spreadsheet. When you're doing an essay, you'll click on Document. So I open up a spreadsheet. Now this is actually creating a new spreadsheet. that is going to be attached to this assignment. So I'll click on this. And now this is my spreadsheet. So you're going to be making a graph, and there's a whole description of that in a video on how to do the graph for this assignment 1. But for now, I just want to throw something in here. So let's say I make a graph like this. Again, there's an instructional video on how to make a graph. So I have something like this to submit, and of course you're going to have a little more than this. Now what I do is all changes saved in Drive, so I'm going to just X out of that, and now I'm ready to turn this in. So once I'm done, I'm just going to click the Turn In button, and it's going to submit both of these things, and that's that. It's done. Now, once I have scored it, you're going to go back here and just scroll down, and you'll see that it's been returned. See that little check mark? And so I can open it up again and see that I got a 20 out of 20, or you got a 20 out of 20. And then you can click on Resubmit if you need to here. Now, I forgot to mention last time, make sure that before you submit it the first time, you go into the rubric and you put in your own score and comments about how you did. That's your self-assessment. Now, once it's been returned to you, you can open up the assignment and you can see any comments that I put on it, any feedback that I gave you. So again, you can revise for a better score, so you're definitely going to want to go in there and look at the comments and the feedback. You can see there's a little comment here. If I mouse over this, I can see it. And of course on the rubric also, I'll be making some comments and giving you scores. And then if you want to resubmit, you can just go in and edit those and then click Resubmit. And it's easy as that. And it'll show assignments as they come close to being due up here on the upper left on your stream. And as I add assignments, it'll be the most recent assignments at the top. So if you want to see the previous assignments, just scroll down. Okay, and generally assignments will be due every Friday of the given week, and there'll be usually a reading or a movie, as I mentioned, and then a couple of essays and a chat. And again, take a look at the Twitter chat video to learn how to do that. All right, looking forward to working with you this summer.